the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go.
How's it going?
Thomas Walker used to lead a promotion. Listen, the rumors are where Golovkin is going. We're gonna announce it next week.
Can we clear that
No,
up
there's
real
no date. There's no date on
There's no date for
that.
it.
Can we clear that all up? Because you know how the internet runs, they're saying like, you know, Gennady seems to be going on his own and stuff. Like, you guys still have your relationship.
Look, Gennady is on his own. We started Triple G Promotions. Triple G Promotions fights all of his, promotes all his fights. When he makes his announcement, both on the TV side and who he's going to fight, when he's going to fight, where he's going to fight, he'll make it, and then there won't be any speculation. I won't have to correct people on social media, and then writers can actually write facts about what he's decided to do and what direction he goes into. As of right now, everything's speculation. So, like Abel said, you know, he's gonna make the decision. We'll support him in any way we can, and then when he decides and when he makes the announcement, then people can write facts and not speculate.
Okay. You know, with that being said, 360 Promotions, you know, HBO has gone away from the market. You've done some stuff on YouTube, your own platform. Are you guys looking at stuff like DAZN, Showtime, or other platforms to showcase those fights?
For
360 Promotions.
Yeah, we do a series in Hollywood. It's called Hollywood Fight Nights. You know, it's really to develop talent and you know, to get to a different level where they could fight on maybe one of Triple G Promotions shows. So we're looking at also doing a streaming deal for those shows. But you know, we'll see how that all plays out. But it's a fun show. It's at the Avalon in Hollywood, and it's got a great reaction from the fans and the media that come out, and we got a really good show coming up March 24th now with Sergey Bohachuk, 12-0 with 12 knockouts. Ali Akhmedov, who's with Triple G Promotions. Ali's one of the most talented 168-pounders out there. And Steven, I'll see you later. It's good to see you.
Okay.
So that and the Superfly series, that was a fun series also. So we're looking for a home for that, and you know, we'll see how that plays out.
Now, I just wanted to pick your brain because you've been in boxing for so long. So, with Tyson Fury, ESPN, you know, with that move being said, do you think it's going to make it harder for like Deontay Wilder to make that fight happen from your business mind?
Look, it's hard enough for me to make fights on the fights that I'm involved with. That one, I'm not involved in that fight. I thought it was a great. I saw the first fight. I thought it was a tremendous fight. I thought it was tremendous for both guys. It really raised the profile of both Wilder and Fury. Fury was the first one to ever beat Vladimir Klitschko from his historic run. He went to Germany and beat him in Germany. And then taking on Wilder, a lot of people thought Fury won the Wilder fight, and I'd love to see a rematch. I think the ESPN deal, you know, it's going to give Fury a lot of exposure over here in the States, and if there's a way to make that rematch, I'm sure they'll figure it out between ESPN and Showtime.
Now, with that being said, you know, the heavyweight division's getting really big. Do you have any up-and-coming possible signings of heavyweights? Or any heavyweights that we should know of?
You know what? We promoted as K2. We promoted the most heavyweight championship fights of this since the year 2000, the century.
Absolutely.
But you know, besides Usyk, who is moving to heavyweight, and I think he'll do a lot of damage at heavyweight, just like he did at cruiserweight. He's with Alexander Krasyuk, K2 Ukraine. But directly, I'm not working with any current heavyweights, which is ironic because we pretty much had both Vladimir and Vitali. But Gennady has a lot of fighters that are interested in working with him, so I wouldn't be surprised if he signs a great heavyweight to Triple G Promotions. And then look, I mean, Anthony Joshua has a great run, and you know, if Gennady signs an up-and-coming guy, you know, I'm sure there's a way to develop a champion on his side.
Now, you've been with Gennady for, you know, so long with his career, wise, dominated 160. He's pretty much going to be in the history for that.
highest knockout percentage of any middleweight champion. And we tried to do what both Clarissa Shields and Christina Hammer are doing April 13th.
Yes.
Is we tried to unify all the titles. We tried to get other champions to fight them, and you know, both these girls are setting a great example for men champions that you know, they need to get in there and fight, and they really owe it to the sport of boxing. They owe it to the boxing fans, you know, not to take their titles and take protected fights, but to actually give the fans what they're looking for, and that's what this fight between Shields and Hammer is.
Any possibility of him going up a weight class to 168? People.
I mean, we talked in the past about him moving up for the right fight. You know, so if the right fight is there, I'm sure he would move to 160. But I mean 168. But he makes 160 easily. But again, that'll all be tied to whatever decision he makes on his TV side, and we'll let him make the announcement. If there's an interesting fight at 68, I wouldn't rule it out. But nothing ever materialized when we were negotiating with Chavez Jr. To move to 168. That would have been a great fight. That was when Chavez was still you know, very what should I say? You know, very dangerous back then. When that was actually through Top Rank was making that offer, and then we were trying to make the Carl Froch fight with Eddie Hearn, and we could never make that fight. But other than that, there was never a fight at 168 that you know, that would have made sense for him to move up when he was defending his middleweight championships and fighting guys like Canelo and Danny Jacobs, and so. You know, he's had a tremendous run at 160 pounds.
And I guess my very last question is, you know, a lot of people see him fighting Canelo for a third time. They can see him fighting.
I'd like to see that fight as a fan. I'd like to see that fight. Yeah, and I still think that's, if not the biggest fight, one of the biggest fights that can be made in the sport of boxing.
A Jacobs rematch is also Demetrius Andrade, because, you know, the WBO belt. The circumstances of people bringing up Jermall Charlo and the contentions, the WBC
the great thing about Gennady is he's in a position where he can pick and choose. There's so much TV interest in him right now, and he can pick and choose who he wants to fight. We felt that he won both of the Canelo fights. He didn't get the decision. Unfortunately, he didn't get the decision in either fight, which is really bizarre. But or at least he should have kept his titles in the second fight. But now, without any championship belts, he has no obligations. We had so many mandatories before that we had to, you know, tiptoe through, and now he doesn't have those obligations, and you know, he can pick and choose who he wants to fight.
Do you guys still view Jermall Charlo as a threat? A lot of people on the internet have spoke that Jermall had a very controversial win. Seeing the fact that some people feel that he's now lesser of a threat to Gennady Golovkin, do you guys still view him as a threat?
I think Charlo's a great fighter. Yep. I think he's done a great job on social media. He headlined Showtime, he's headlined Barclays. So, look, I think he's a tremendous fighter. If that fight happened, I think that would be a great fight. I mean, there's so many names out there now that actually want to fight Triple G, whereas before they were running away from him. Now they're actually saying they want to fight him.
Is it more about solidifying financial endings or just legacy and going after the belt?
For Gennady, again, yeah. That'll be his decision. But you know, we tried to unify all the titles. Yep. It didn't work. If anyone could have done it, you know, I thought Gennady definitely would have done it, because he was willing to go anywhere. He's willing to fight anyone. He was willing to offer these champions much more than they've ever made in their career, and we still couldn't get it done. So I think, you know, again, it's going to be his decision, but right now he's just probably focused on the biggest fights that he can make.
And we'll find out next week?
No, there's no, you know,
okay.
No speculation on timing on that, but definitely nothing is signed. I know there's speculation that he's signed a deal, and nothing is signed, and you know, when he makes his decision, when he makes his announcement, everyone can write. Okay. Everyone can write
awesome.
About it.
Thank you so much. Social media, Tom?
At Tom Loeffler 1 on Twitter and on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows. The list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.